Hi everyone, this is Mindy Egan and welcome back to the My Favorite Things YouTube channel. Today's card project is very clean and simple, but also very colorful, and we will be doing some partial die cutting. I'll be using the Serene Sunset die set today. Some of it is up in that top corner. There's a couple hills there. I'm going to bring in my die cut machine to show you what this partial die cutting is. And I apologize, my die cutting plate is very well loved and I'm not ready to switch it out, but I know it's not very appealing to the eye, so I apologize for that. So first I have just a rainbow of color of cardstock that I already trimmed to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm taking the first hill that I'm going to cut, place it onto my cardstock towards the top, and I like to hold it with a Post-it tape. Now for partial die cutting, I placed all of this on my plate. My top plate, I'm only covering the top half. I'm not covering that bottom line. Whatever is underneath that plate is what is going to cut, and the rest is going to be open space. I wanted to do it this way because I wanted the card to just really lay nice and flat and not have all these different layers at different heights. So I'm going to repeat this a couple times once again, only putting that top plate on where I wanted to cut. Now each time I'm kind of switching hills, I'm shifting them a little, and with each color I am just moving that down a little bit more. So it's going to layer up really nice into this rainbow assortment. Now I did do another hill off screen in the green. This time I'm bringing in that wavy line and I'm doing this out of blue cardstock, just shifting that one down, kind of moving it so it looks a little layered. Here's a look at how my card is laid out so far. I love the rainbow of colors, but I wasn't sure if I wanted this on just plain white cardstock, so I'm just going to set that off on the side for a minute and work on a sentiment. This sentiment comes from the All Occasions Scripted Greetings stamp set. I really love this stamp set because, for one, it does have a lot of different occasions on it, and two, it really feels like a handwritten letter. The script of this just feels very realistic to me. So I'm stamping that down on that purple cardstock, which is my final layer on my card front, and just using the MFT Extreme Black ink. So while I'm still trying to decide on what I'm going to do with the background of my card, I'm going to go ahead and layer up each of these layers just using a tape runner. I just want to make sure that the very bottom and the edges are really nice and flush. If there's anything that is just a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and trim it off, but thankfully I didn't have anything that stuck out. Now I have been really loving white space on my cards lately, but I just wasn't feeling it with this card. It does look really good, but I just wasn't in the mood for it, I guess I would say. So I die cut out this circle. This is also off of that Serene Sunset, and I'm lightly ink blending that with antique linen. I didn't re-ink my brush. I just used what I already had on it. I have another piece of cardstock here. This is cut to, I think it's 3 3/4 by 5 inches, or I will trim it down. And I started ink blending Blueprint Sketch and then topping it off with chipped Sapphire Distress Oxide inks to create kind of a night sky. I picked up some water that I have spritzed on my surface here, and I'm flicking that onto the background. I guess for me, when all else fails, ink blend a sky. So after I placed my layered scene on top of this, I felt very good about this. I was really happy with it. Like I said, the white looks great too, but I was in the mood for an ink blended nighttime sky, and then I have that moon there. I'm just using a tape runner to add my layered panels to the front of that blended panel that I just created, and then I will add this to a white card front that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So my blended panel and the layers are cut to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and then this will fit nicely on an A2 size note card with that nice white border around the edge. That finishes up my card project for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and will give partial die cutting a try. Thanks so much and see you soon.